I'm going to take you on a ride of the Leduc real estate market over the last 5 years. So the number one question I get is, how's the market? And to be honest, it's kind of a loaded question because really it depends on who's asking, what their situation is, what they're trying to accomplish, when they bought their house, et cetera, et cetera. So as an example, if someone bought their house in 2005 and they've nearly finished paying it off and now they're looking to downsize because the kids are out of the house, well, then that is an absolutely fantastic market for them if they're looking to sell. If you're one of these people, please call me. Now, if someone bought a home in 2015, roughly 10 years ago, which was, by the way, the second most recent peak in real estate values. Let's say they're looking to upsize because now they have a blended family and they got 1 million kids to put under the roof. All right. You likely still have a really good chunk of equity in your home. You're going to sell it for quite a bit more than what you paid. So it's a pretty good time for you to sell as well. The downside to that is, of course, everything that you want to buy is going to have increased in value quite a bit over that time period as well. Now, if someone bought a house in the last couple of years and is looking for a change for whatever reason, that's where it gets a little bit interesting. And in order to give you, the last 5 years some context, you have to look back even further. So really quickly, let's start in 2015, where I mentioned that was the most recent real estate peak that we've had. The average price of a single family home in Leduc in 2015 was $362,000. After that, we had a decline in price every year, and there were some fluctuations in there, but essentially the average sale price declined every year until 2020, bottomed out in 2019. Then we all know what happened, COVID. And to the surprise of everyone, myself included, demand soared, inventory dropped, and prices started to rise. So here's the average single family home price in Leduc over the last 5 years, starting in 2021. Now this is taken from the same 90-day time period that we're in right now, every single year, so we can get an accurate look. So in 2021, the average single family home price was $378,000. They took about an average of 40 days to sell. Jump forward 1 year to 2022, the average home price jumped quite a bit to jumped 9.3% all the way up to $413,000 with an average days on market of 36. The next year, home prices remained really flat. In fact, almost to the dollar. So the average home price in 2023 was also $413,000. And again, they're taking about an average of 40 days to sell. When we go from 2023 to 2024, this is where we saw the largest increase. The average home price in 2024 jumped a whopping 14.5% to $472,000, taking an average of 33 days to sell. Now, when we look at where we're currently at in 2025, we sit at $482,000 for the average sale price, which is still a 2% increase from last year, but that's pretty negligible, doesn't even account for inflation, right? So the real question is, have we peaked? Are we in a real estate peak right now for values? I suspect that we have peaked, at least until we haven't again. Inventory levels have risen quite a bit over the course of 2025, and the amount of new home inventory takes up over half of all available homes for sale on the market right now. So that is what's currently and what will continue to put downward pressure on home prices here in town. So where are we headed? Well, if I had a crystal ball that worked, I wouldn't be making this video. But what I could tell you is my opinion. And my opinion is this, is that I think we're going to remain relatively flat over the winter, and inventory levels are going to play a massive factor in where we are headed in the spring. Because right now we have about 4 months worth of inventory, and that puts us in a nice balanced market. That means if nobody else listed their house, it would take 4 months for them all to sell based on the current absorption rate. Now, here's the thing with balanced real estate markets. They don't tend to last very long. That pendulum tends to swing one way or the other pretty quickly. So time will tell.